So Claudia, it's time to tell all your secrets about how successful you've been in your PXM journey and give all the insights for our audience to be as good as what you did.
Okay.
Let's maybe talk about MTH first. If you can give us an overview of who is MTH and about the project or the journey you've been through.
Of course, I will go through the Akineo journey with you. We have a lot of brands. MTH, nobody knows MTH, but a lot of people know our brands. We started integrating Akineo with our Swiss brand IBA in 2019. Then we followed with Libro and Pagro. We integrated them into the same Akineo PIM for Austria. Then we took in our German brand McGuides, and the last one to be migrated into our MTH PIM was Office World, who just joined our PIM 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm. And what does those brands sell?
The core products are office supplies, so we have about 30% overlapping products, mm-hmm. Where every brand, every one of our companies can jointly contain and maintain product data. Mm-hmm. We will also integrate Ecomedia as well, which is also an office supply company. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what we have in common, and then every brand has its peculiarities as well. But office supplies is the main brand.
That's a quite big organization with a lot of brands, a lot of different companies. So how the journey did started, and how did you start your PXM strategy?
Well, we started with IBA, but having the big picture in mind, we always knew we wanted one PIM for all of our brands. We didn't, as we have those overlapping products, we didn't want 3 product managers and content managers working on the same products in 3 different systems. So to make that a bit easier and more efficient, we figured we want everybody in there. So we went live with the one company that had, or with the one brand that had the best idea about the family structure and about the attributes we needed. Mm-hmm. Because Pagro, for example, used Excel uploads into an old Magento system. There wasn't much specified yet. IBA had a very advanced hybrid system, so we basically took that and put that into Akineo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today it's quite a big volume as well.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more about your current setup?
Yeah, our current setup is every brand has their own channel in the PIM. 8 channels because we're also implementing a print channel, and then IBA has 2 different web shops, so we need 2 different channels. We have almost 2 million products in a PIM. We administrate permission rights via attribute groups, which are also a lot. We have about 1,500 attributes in 230 families, mm-hmm. more to come. We use very much our rules. We have over 3,000 mm-hmm. rules activated. We've used them before Akineo actually natively implemented them in our own customized bundle. We have about 90 active users, which is also quite a lot. And we also automatically import data from data suppliers via CSV, Excel, API.
And can you tell us a bit more also about the type of users as well that you have?
Well, mostly it's content managers. We import the data from the ERP system, and then the content managers basically enrich the products. We use the EAN as identifier, so it's the same for everyone. And you can find the products, and if IBA decides it wants to launch a product that's already there, but only for the channel of Libro, then they can just copy and paste.
Thank you for this overview. And so you've been a customer for now 5 years, and so the journey is quite long. What are the main challenges to onboard a new brand? Because we see that MTH is growing, there's more brands being bought. We see that a couple of brands are not yet on Akineo. So when you onboard a new brand, what are the main challenges that you see? Well,
we have, on the one hand, the technical challenges. We have a few connections to our PIM, like the Tessa DAM system. We are implementing an inbound feed management via Semaino, and print catalogs via in-between. We have the Magento connector, so we have to make sure that technically, getting a new brand, a new channel, that these things still work. But then also you have to integrate a working system, like for example the last brand we migrated was Office World. They had a very good idea, an even better idea about family structures and attributes they need and the type of attributes than we had in Akinio. So you have to bring that knowledge into Akinio and then change basically not everything, but change a lot for those people that are already working in Akinio to make the new ones welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're not only pushing your own data model to a new brand, you're also taking what
Yes.
they're doing well
Yes.
and bringing them into the
Exactly.
what you do.
You have to learn from each other. You cannot just tell them, we migrate you and you have to use the structures that there are, but we want to make it better for everyone, learn from each other. And that requires a lot of talking, a lot of workshops, a lot of analyzing and mapping and creating new, for Office World, for example, we created 350 new attributes and about 40 new families because they had a more detailed understanding of those families. Yeah.
That's really interesting. And how do you embark those people in the journey? Because they come from another brand, they're used to a way of working. So what's your approach to embark them into this journey?
Well, the first thing was we did a workshop and made sure everybody was on the same understanding, that they knew Akinio was going to be the new system, that there was no way around it, but that there would be compromises and that we would make it the smoothest and easiest as possible. So we analyzed, we did all the mappings, we assessed how they work, how do the others work in Akinio, and then tried to focus on those things that are going to be better. There are always going to be things that won't work the same way. There has to be a change. Change management is a huge topic, I guess.
Yeah.
But you have to focus on those things that work,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
that will be better.
So really focusing on the positive change, and then embark them on this change. So it's about listening a lot, I guess.
Exactly, and
those
then
workshops
those
session.
things that won't work anymore, we create tickets and see if Akinio can provide solutions
So
in the future. Yeah.
A fun fact about Claudia, I don't know if the one probably know that, but Claudia created, in terms of product request features, more than 100 in the past 5 years. So she's really a champion that is really engaged with us. So you can give her a big round of applause. Most of them that we delivered on as well. Really important to precise.
Yeah, the family templates is the newest one. I'm very happy about that.
If you look back at your journey, is there any learning or errors, maybe mistakes that you can share, and then you can have our audience avoid doing that? Because we have people who are starting their journey.
Yeah.
Some who are also restarting. So can you give some any learnings that you can share?
Yeah, I have learnings. There are a lot, so feel free to approach me. But the biggest probably was waiting so long to implement to integrate Office World as well, because IBA, Paco, Libro, McGuides, they developed, they had the Akinio PIM that was working, and on the other side we had Office World in a very old hybrid system, but they further developed their family structures, so the systems went away from each other. So we had, in the beginning, everything was the same because IBA and Office World used the same system. We only integrated IBA, and then Office World kind of moved in one direction with the families, with the attributes, and the Akinio PIM, the MTH PIM, stayed basically where we implemented. And so we had to basically redo 2 years of development also in Akinio.
That's
with our families, yeah.
What is also really interesting is that you rewring the data model constantly. So how is your approach? It's an ever-evolving process.
Yes, we have a bi-weekly, like a PIM work group. We just implemented that, where we have the basically key users, and we meet once every 2 weeks for an hour or 2 hours and discuss which families do we want to improve, do we need new attributes, what issues did you have to make work for the content managers easier.
And keep being agile.
Yeah.
As you embark new brands, and MTH has clearly a strategy of growing by acquiring new brands, how do you convince those new business leaders to embark in your journey, to choose your PXM strategy?
Well, for us it was quite easy because there was a decision that we want one PIM for all. The decision was taken because we all deal in office supplies. So there is a certain percentage of products that are the same for everyone. And for example, for IBA and Office World and also Pagro and Libro in Austria, it's the same person maintaining the products for 2 web shops, for 2 brands. And if they have to use 2 systems or maybe 3 systems because there's a different DAM system as well for the assets, then it just takes a lot of time, and they do the work double or triple or 4 times for where they could profit from each other.
Perfect. So a big time saving.
Yeah, it's time saving, it's efficiency saving. Also, Akinio is a lot faster than what we had before. Like Pagro used Excel uploads into Magento, and then IBA, Office World, and Libro were running on very old Hybris systems. So the time to get a product from the ERP system into the web shop is now a lot faster. Like for Pagro and Libro, before it took a day or 2 if we had all data available, and now it's there within half an hour.
Wow.
So that's really a lot faster.
Yeah. A strong time to market.
Yeah.
Talking about business impact, have you seen any business impact that you can highlight in the past 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot of returns. I don't know, office supplies don't seem to be returned back to the to the online shop often. If you buy a pen, it's not the one you wanted, you won't usually send it back. So we don't have any figures on that, but we do know that the time to market was faster. The click rates have improved. I cannot tell you exactly the numbers because I don't have those details, but we know they improved. And also with the more efficiency on the systems, we save license costs, and we don't need so many different systems. We just have one system that we pay. We have more budget for marketing, for commercial, and then that also influences, of course, the click rates and everything.
Yeah, this cost efficiency is definitely a strong argument for business leader.
And what we've also seen is that like rankings on Google Shopping have improved with the better product data, with the connections.
Yeah, the impact on search is big, and I think it's even more important for you.
Yeah.
When you look for a pen, for example, you know exactly what you want.
Exactly.
You don't have to look for, you know exactly the reference, so you want to find it fast. Yeah. And if you search and you cannot find it on the web shop, it becomes an issue.
I won't look for it. And also like for example, the titles, the product titles, we generate those for Office World automatically out of attributes via the rules. That's why we have so many rules, partly. That the content manager only has to fill the attributes, and then the title is generated automatically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you tell me a bit more about Office World? Can you tell us a bit more about how you unback this brand also into the PIM, and what did you change and what did you adapt to?
Well, we created a lot of new families and attributes because Office World had a real good picture about that. That was basically the main task, to map and to find out which attributes are there, which can we use still, which do we need to change. In Akinio, we deleted a whole bunch of attributes and created them new in a different type because we saw that makes more sense. So yeah, we adapted a lot in the existing system. Yeah.
And so you talked a lot about also when we prepared about the impact on product experience and customer experience. Can you tell me a bit more about that as well? What is the impact of having the perfect strategy in your customer experience?
Yeah, I mean, if I put myself into the shoes of a customer, I look for a specific product, and I don't know, I'm the generation, I look in Google. I don't go to like a specific web shop to look for the product, but I type in Google and buy online this or that, and then I go through the whatever I find, and if I can't find the product I'm looking for, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Basically. And I don't want to go through shop by shop by shop by shop to finally find my product. I want to search for it, and I want it to be there. Yeah. Yeah. And then I have no problem with going into an offline store, an analog store, and buying things. I try to do that. But anything I want to buy online, I want it to be quick, because if I have time, I go to the store.
Yeah, exactly.
So the better the product data, the better the metadata in the online shop, the better the search experience and the find experience actually for the customer, and the more they'll buy, hopefully in our shops.
Nice. And now let's look at the future. So if you look at the future and what you're planning to do to keep improving the product experience, what is your plan today?
Well, the AI options are very, very nice, but we still need to move to Serenity before that to be able to use that. So that's going to be the next big project for the next year.
You are ready now?
Yes, we are ready. We're ready to switch from on-premise to Serenity. Yes, so that will be the next big project. And then we already have, like, from our German brands very much want to use AI functions to automatically create texts, which they're doing now manually. So they have ChatGPT open, they copy and paste into the PIM, but that's not really the fastest way to do. So yeah,
they start looking into it, and they can't wait to use it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So
you'll be really interested also in the next panel then.
Yes.
And so we talked about the PIM here in the future project, but is there anything beyond the PIM that you're working on and you start to implement or explore?
Beyond, good question. I don't know, I'm the PIM specialist. No, we're definitely working on those connections into the web shops to make that easier and smoother. Pagro will receive a new web shop next year. We just relaunched the new Libro online shop. We're finally able to upgrade the Akineo Magento connector, Adobe Commerce connector it's now, to the newest version to also be able to use those functions. So yeah, it goes into that direction. See which systems can we connect the PIM with to make the product experience for our employees mainly better, so they can hence make the product, the customer experience better.
Yeah, perfect. And so one of your big challenges coming as well is Ecomedia, is a new acquisition from MTH.
Yes.
So this will also need to be embarked.
Yes.
Are you already planning? Do you foresee any challenges that are coming your way?
Our project manager sits somewhere there. The project will start in the next couple of months probably.
Okay.
Yes. So that will be the next big brand to jump into our MTH PIM.
Perfect.
Yes, before we...
Looking forward to see that.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect. Yeah. Reaching the end, so it would be good to, if you have some final advice to the audience on either those who are experienced on the PXM, and what is for you the main advice that you can take the audience through? Yeah,
well, it's... As I said, and as we've heard before, I was smiling a lot in the sessions before because a lot of points taken. Yes, same. Get it? We're there. To improve customer experience, you need to have a good PIM system to maintain this product data. And product experience is not only important for the customer, but also for the employee. Because the more fun a system is to work in, the better the product data will be, I think. And the better the employee satisfaction will be, of course. Yeah. Exactly. Change management, big topic. My advice, include those that will be working with the system from the beginning into the project, make them part of the project team and listen to what they need, what they want from the new system, make clear that it's not going to be a 100% clone of the old system, that we want to improve, we want to get better, we want to change. It's a good thing to change, but listen and find compromises on both sides. Focus on the good things. Really clear. Finally. And finally, yes, what we said, keep challenging the data model. You can have a 5-year plan of where I want to be, and I want to include all the brands, but then the brand to be included in the company PIM at last is the one that actually created the most input, and then don't make them run like away from each other in the context of the data structure.
That's
Yeah.
really true.
Yeah.
So if you want to be successful, now you know what is the secret. Thanks a lot, Claudia, for your time. Thanks for sharing your advice. And yeah, let's revolutionize BXM together.